All right, so this is the second batch of transformations. Um, this one's the second part of horizontal and vertical translations, just extra practice. So what I would do here is I would describe this as being a replacement. I would switch over like this first. I can see that 3 is outside of the function. The function is x to the fourth, so it's outside of the function. And what that tells me is that it's going to be a vertical translation. So this is vertical translation up 3. Here, what's changed is the x. The rest of the pieces remain the same. So this one is instead a horizontal translation, and I can see that it's to the right 1 unit. Again, this is a change in the x value and a change in the y value. I would switch it to this. And then what I can see is it's horizontal translation 6 right, and vertical translation 2 up. Again, you're kind of playing just like Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other. What is it that changed? In this case, it's again the x value that changed. So, because my x value changed, x was replaced by x plus 1. I haven't been writing my replacements in here, but I can see that that is horizontal translation 1 left. In terms of my replacements, here I have y being replaced by y minus 3, or y old equals y new minus 3. Here I have x old being replaced by x new minus 1. Here I have x old being replaced by x new plus 1. And here I actually have 2 different replacements. X old gets replaced by x new minus 6. Y old got replaced by y new minus, minus 2. Looking in the wrong place. Okay, so hopefully that's making sense. The replacements to get this. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to write what change needs to happen, and then I'm going to force that change to happen. Not sure if that makes sense, but let's give it a try. So this, to get it to go 3 units to the right, it's going to be an x old is replaced by x new minus 3. So then this just becomes y equals x minus 3 squared. Here it's going to be a vertical translation of 2 units up. So y old is going to get replaced by y new minus 2, which is also in turn then going to become y minus 2 equals 10 to the x. If I really, really wanted to, it would be absolutely fine for me to write this as y equals 10 to the x plus 2. But I actually find people understand it better if they're doing that.
Ms. Tana, please call in 1501. Ms. Tana, 1501. Thank you.
All right, horizontal translation 4 units to the left and vertical translation 3 units down. This is going to be x old being replaced by x new plus 4. This is going to be y old being replaced by y new plus 3. So I'm going to get y plus 3 equals square root of x plus 4. Again, we can check that. I can just graph this in. This is what's great about mathematics, is that I can check my solutions. I can reassure myself that these are in fact correct before I even walk out of the test. So I can't put it into my calculator like this. I have to isolate the y, so I'm going to carry that over here. So y equals root x plus 4 minus 3. And so square root of x plus 4
that's equal to.
minus 3.
Equal to.
All right, and there we go. We can actually look at this and see, oh yeah, it did in fact move 4 back, 4 left, and 3 down. Yay! Okay, onwards and upwards here. So, here we have to look at what was done based on the graphs. So the thick line is the transformation. Here's the original. This I can see was moved down 4 and over 2. That's going to mean that it becomes y plus 4. Again, y new, or y old has been replaced by y new plus 4. And then equals absolute value of x minus 2. This one here, if I look at key points, those 2 points, for example, or those 2 points, or even the space between them, here's the space between, here's the space between the 2 thick lines. You can see that in each of those cases it moved 1 right and 2 up. So y minus 2 equals 1 over, I can see this is that 1 over x. So x I replace by x minus 1. Was I moving 1 right? Yes, moving 1 right. Perfect. Here, I can see that they're actually just a vertical. There's no horizontal shift there. They're still, other than that, they're beautifully lined up. So this is going to be a y. Yeah, the thick line is my arrangement. So it went down by 4, so that's plus 4, equals, and now they haven't told me the function, so I can just write it as f at x. Here, again, it's the same thing, y equals f at x. They haven't expressly given me the function. But I can see that what happened was it moved 3 units back and 4 up. Y minus 4 equals, now, since I don't know exactly what the function is, I could figure it out. It's just a parabola, negative x squared. But I'm just going to use this function notation, just like that. But my x has been replaced by x plus 3. So I'm just going to write it as f at x plus 3. Not bad. Okay, next one up. Vertical translation. Oh, I love these questions. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to think about this thing in terms of where it's going to go. What sort of vertical translation would be applied to y equals root x so the translation image passes through 16, 7? Well, if we think this out, it would do something like that. There's y equals root x. Y equals root x should pass through the point 16, 4, because the square root of 16 is 4. It would then pass through the point somewhere way over here of 49, 7. Now the question is, which way am I moving? I could move like this to there to get the 16, 7, or I could move like this to here to get the 16, 7. Turns out that the one they want is the vertical translation. So my vertical translation is going to take this point and transform it up to 16, 7. I can see right away that that's a jump of 3 units. Yeah? Okay, so this is going to be y minus 3 equals square root x. Horizontal translation applied to this, so it passes through 17, 8. Well, in terms of this again, it's going to take a long time to get to 8, but somewhere here around 64, 8, it should get there. Now, x is 17. That's not even a really nice point. That's okay. We could figure it out if we really needed to. This would be 17, root 17 here on the, that point should be actually more like there-ish. Make a new dot. There we go. Much better. And so we want to translate it, in this case, horizontally. So it's going to look something like that. So the point that moves is, that's not a straight line, but close enough. The point that moves is going to be that one. So it went from, watch this is kind of cool too. I can go x old equals x new plus h, or minus h. We usually use minus h, just to make the signs make sense.
This China, please call in 1501. Thank you.
We'll wait for that. And then So my old point is 17. My new
To
point,
the office, please. Caretaking to the office. Thank you.
sorry, my old point is actually 64. That's my original. And then my new point is 17. And so therefore I can just solve out for my h. H equals negative, negative h equals positive 47, if my little mental math has been accurate. So h equals negative 47. So this is going to be y equals absolute value of x plus 47, right? Because x minus negative 47 would be the same as x plus 7. Does anyone like that make sense? If not, come in, ask lots of questions.